So we're at Intel's UK event. I'm here with Andrew from Gigabyte. This is the Gigabyte Brix Pro, which we're going to be talking about. So just sum it up, what is it and what makes it a little bit different from
Okay, so to sum it up, basically the Gigabyte Brix is pretty much an amazingly small form factor PC. So you can see how small that is there. That's actually running a 4770 CPU. There's 16 gigs worth of low profile memory in there. There's an SSD in there as well. So what you're looking at is pretty much the kind of thing that you get in a big desktop PC, but obviously just very, very small. And as you can see from the content behind me, it's actually running a 4K video as well. So it's actually a very, very powerful unit, which is very, very small. We've got top to end range of all of the products. So ranging from the lower end Celeron version all the way up to this 4770R that you've got here, depending on the kind of applications you're going to use them for. So they're useful for home media systems or for businesses and schools, when they obviously size is an issue, that kind of thing. And obviously cost of ownership is very low on them as well, because the amount of power that they draw is very, very small.
So this is kind of the business solution that is really running at the moment. This is also running stock really. Just how big is it? Well, it's an extremely large screen, and we've got obviously it's in 4K, and then we've got the Gigabyte Brix Pro. So all you really need to focus on is the screen in terms of actual functionality. You've got the screen, and then you've got a tiny little, I suppose, computer.
No, exactly.
I mean,
yes, it's perfect for business to business, like I said, for education, for businesses and things like that. But what it's also perfect for is for like a small media PC. That's why it's sleek, black, small design. It'll look nice next to a PlayStation or a Blu-ray player or something along those lines. And obviously you can run all your content from that directly, play games and that kind of thing as well.
Does it come in any other colours other than black?
Yes, they are available. We have some green ones and some red ones as well, but the majority of them are black.
Now, it's similar to Intel's Notes, but what makes it different, what makes it better than just a standard?
The original one that we had was obviously based on Intel's Note, and then what we've done is basically Gigabyte are renowned for our innovation in technology, so we've basically taken those designs and then just worked on them and developed pretty much a small form factor system. So like I said, this is based on Iris based graphics at the moment, and it's a 4770 R is the model name for it, so it's running a very, very high-end CPU. So the Nook was more designed as a very low-cost, small form factor for just doing business and browsing the internet, sending emails, that kind of stuff, but it wasn't capable of doing the kind of stuff that you can see here with 4K. It obviously wasn't capable of doing games. So what we've done is we've taken it back to the drawing board, redesigned some of it ourselves, taken the amazing technology that Intel have developed and then done parts to it ourselves, and that's where the programs that's where the devices evolved to.
So I'm just going to do a quick kind of overview of the product, tell you what the I/O is like on this particular model. Is there any difference though between this one and any other model?
It does vary on some of them. It does vary on some of them. So a couple of them might have digital out as an example, or the newer ones now. What we've done is we designed it so that the SPDIF and the headphone socket and the microphone socket are separate, because obviously that there means that if you're a gamer, as an example, and using a headset, you can't use the microphone and the headset at the same time type, because obviously it's only one cable. But that's, other than that, that's really most of it has changed. More USB 3 ports on some of them, so it does vary from model to model. You need to check your spec before you buy it, but pretty much what you see there, 2 USB, and that is within reason standard.
Okay, so on the front we've got 2 USB 3, we've also got the headphone SP diff jack. On the top we've got our power button, we've got some ventilation around the side, and then if I spin it around to the back, you'll see there's a Kensington lock, there's some more grill for ventilation, more grills for ventilation, and then we've got your power plug, HDMI port, a Thunderbolt connector, your Gigabit Ethernet, and 2 USB 3 ports there. So basically everything that you need to get a small system like this up and running I mean, you know, what else would you need for something that you can't add a million graphics cards to, or whatever?
Well, no, exactly. I mean, the whole idea is that it caters to everything that we could possibly think of with that. So that's why you've got the Thunderbolt and the HDMI as an example. Obviously, there's enough USB on the device as well for keyboards, mice, any other wireless controllers or whatever else you want to plug into it. So yeah, I mean, the Gigabyte Brix obviously is like a very, very small, ridiculously small form factor PC, or if you want to look at it a different way, you could call it almost like a super console, I guess.
Now, even though it is small, is there anything modular about it? Can you change things out? Can you replace certain parts?
Yes, the Gigabyte Brix primarily ships bare bone units, so what you need to add is some form of storage device and some memory. So at the moment it takes low voltage LV SO DIMMs. It'll take to the maximum amount. Obviously the CPUs have the memory controller on them, so at the moment, based on what's currently in the market, I think you can put up to 32 gig in there. Most of them is normally 16 because it's 2 8 gig sticks pretty much. Obviously as soon as they start bringing out 16 gig sticks, it will support 32 and so on and so forth. And what they also support as well is 2.5 inch SSDs, or you can also buy the micro SSD sticks as well, which go in there. So yes, you've got scalability that you can basically put the micro SSD and an SSD or a mechanical 2.5 inch hard drive in there, so you've got plenty of storage space, and obviously you can upgrade the memory as much as you want, but the CPUs are obviously integrated onto the actual platform, and that's just purely due to the size and how we have to build them.
So when you buy as a bare bones kit, you're basically choosing which processor you want, and then the rest you're adding in yourself?
That's correct, yeah. So we'll have different models with different CPUs on there. As I said, the CPUs are integrated, and obviously then you just choose the model you want with the right CPU, and then you just match the memory and the
so it's really
storage.
not that much different to actually building a normal computer, other than you choose the processor, then you already get the
exactly, and you got an external power supply, obviously, and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So it's really not that much different to building a normal computer. Is there anything else you want to add about the Brix Pro?
About anything else to add about the Brix Pro? No, I'd say that's pretty much it, to be honest with you. So it's predominantly, like we said, available in black, and there are various models from Celeron to the high-end Intel CPUs and stuff. Obviously we'll have newer versions to match the new CPUs that have come out from Devil's Canyon, but we'll announce that sometime in the future. But yeah, it's a very, very versatile little machine.
So that was the Gigabyte Brix Pro. This is Andrew from Gigabyte, and that is all we have to say. This was Intel's UK event.